Hey you guys, I know it's really dark. I'm outside walking and I just realized that I did not have a video up for today. So I was like, let me go ahead and make a video while I'm on this walk. And so I was just sitting here thinking about like exactly what I was gonna talk to you guys about. And I wanted to just talk to you guys about how if you like on the wealth building journey or whatever, how thinking outside of the box is gonna be like vital to, you actually obtaining wealth or anything like that. Because if you try to do it like maybe somebody else, it might not work for you. Excuse me. So you have to think for yourself and creatively. And one of the ways that has been on my mind for a whole probably about a year now is, well, probably 2 years at this point, is trying to figure out how exactly I want it to look as far as my wealth building journey go, or what's the easiest route, I guess I should say. And so for me, one of the biggest expenses I have is my rent, and which is everybody's biggest expense. And so what I was thinking about doing is, I talked about this in my other video, one of my other videos, is getting an RV or going to another country, Africa. And I want to tell you why I chose Africa. And at first I was gonna choose Mexico as a place to actually like go build some wealth, because you can live over there pretty comfortably, for a little bit of nothing. I know I'm dark, you guys, like it's dark outside. And so yes, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to Mexico. We're gonna stay in Mexico for a couple of months, and then we'll go to another, country that is cost effective, like not low budget, but I guess it's like a third world country kind of situation, but one that's more put together. And so then I started thinking a little bit more about it, and I was like, well, why not go to Africa? When I started looking at the cost of living in some countries in Africa, and then like the development, if it's developed enough, at least a little bit for my comfort. And so there's a couple of countries in Africa that offer a really good, cost of living when it's based off of like the US dollar. So my plan as of right now, and it has been for a couple of years, is to actually build my businesses online. So that's what I've been focusing on, because at that point I can go wherever I want to and still have my own business. And so me going to another country just already excuse me, lined up with what I wanted to do. And so actually, let me get over here. So I wanted to, when I went into looking for places to go to travel, I wanted a couple of things. I wanted to be able to enjoy the place, and I wanted to be able to, have my son experience something other than growing up in America. Now, going to Africa, we would learn different languages and just be more in, like engulfed, I guess, into the culture of being black, of African descent. And so I looked at Ghana, but Ghana is a little, I guess from how I understand it, Ghana is like going to Atlanta. And then you got Gambia and Tanzania. And so I heard Gambia was more like going to, South Carolina, to like the country or something like that, to a little country spot. And so I'm a little more country than Atlanta, but I do still want some of the amenities that come along with being in like, a up and coming area, because I know that it'll be more what I'm used to. But I just want to go get the experience myself and have my son get a chance to experience something other than, I'm not sure the phone, something that other than being in the States. It already lined up with our lifestyle, because like most of y'all already know, I've been homeschooling him for 2 years before the COVID, and traveling was something that I already wanted to do. I just had to figure out how to do it with the education for my son and the income for myself. And so that's basically what I've been doing without really trying to do it. Well, like that's been my focus, but the focus is so that I can go ahead and do you know, what I want to do, make the moves that I want to make. Another thing is, if you go to Africa, it's like a lot of places that's not already, it's not developed already. And so because it's not developed, it leaves opportunity to, you know, invest into that country. And so I was looking at, that's another reason why I was looking at certain countries in Africa to see where I could go with and actually make a move, like it be a business move as well as a cultural move. And so I chose Africa, even though it probably would be easier for me to go to Mexico. It probably be easier to go to Mexico because I'm already in the States. And you know, it ain't that but a hop over a border. But when I go to Mexico, when I can go to Africa and actually like be around people that look like me, you know. I know for some people they like, that ain't all that's about. It's not, but it's a different type of feeling when you grew up, you know, when you'd have been taught to be scared to move a certain type of way. And so I'm trying to my best over the last couple of years, not trying to, but I am more conscious of the moves I make and trying to not moving in fear and just, you know, recognizing too the programming and trying to make sure that I don't allow my programming to pretty much make me lose out on anything that I want out of life. And so I know when I was younger, when I would think of Africa, I would think of those commercials that we seen on TV with the kids with the fat stomachs and flies, big old eyes, and the sad music in the background, drinking dirty water. That's what I used to think of when I thought of Africa. But I don't think like that no more because I know that I was shown that like that to make me think a certain way. And so I just wanted to talk to you guys about, you know, thinking outside of the box, being creative with your wealth building journey, because at the end of the day, one way ain't the only way. You can get 7 with 5 plus 2. You can get 7 with 4 plus 3. You can get 7 with 1 plus 7. 1 plus 6. You know what I'm saying? It's more than one way to skin a cat. So at the end of the day, I see them big old house out there. At the end of the day, my goal is to make sure that make sure that these dogs, for one, don't get out. That's the first goal. But my goal is to make sure that I'm able to build my wealth the best way that I can with the resources that I have. And so I know that I can go over to Africa. I'm watching these dogs over here across the street. So if y'all wondering why I keep turning my head, because I'm watching him just like he watching me. But if you're trying to build wealth and you're trying to do it, you know, so that you can actually enjoy it as well, then you got to think outside the box. And going somewhere like Africa would be great because I'm finna go over there with money. It's gonna cost me like $1,000 to live over there. Somebody's smoking black. It'll cost like $1,000 a month to live there. Like the cost of living is so low. Oh, sorry guys. The cost of living is so low. Y'all can't really see me anyway, so. But the cost of living is so low that you really can't even the cost of living so low you really can't like be broke over there. So you can still make the same amount of money if you can work online. You can be making US dollars and you in Ghana or Gambia or Tanzania or wherever you want to go. So you making US money, even if you're only making $10 an hour online, you balling, because in Africa they're making $60 a month. And in Gambia, like they're making $60, $70 a month working in Gambia. So you don't want to go over there looking for no job. You want to already have the money, like at least $10, some way for you to be able to make about $10 to $15 an hour online. And right now it's a whole bunch of places that you can do that. You can do it for yourself. You can go work for somebody else. It's up to you, but if I was you, you know, I would do it myself. I would make a way to make my own money. But I just wanted to share that with you guys since I had to get out here. I was on my little walk, and then I was like, oh snap, girl, you ain't put no video up. don't mess up your little street, girl. So I know it's dark. I mean, it is what it is. The message is still the same. Let's get this money. Think outside of the box a little bit when you try. Excuse me, when you're trying to think of. Because this is what I was thinking too with the RV. First of all, the ones that I've been looking at lately, they're like $100,000 and something. And I ain't finna do that to myself. So I'm like, well, how can I make the best experience out of my life? How can I have the best experience enjoying life, you know, without breaking the bank, getting into no debt and all of that? And so I'm like, okay, boom. If I go get an RV, even if I am paying $500 or $600 a month, I could be and I'm living in this little RV, I could be paying $500 or $600 a month in somebody's house in Africa. And, you know, go over there and get some culture, go learn a couple of languages and shit, and then come back to the States or go to another country. And I could go over there, honestly. I could go over there, stack my bread, be buying stuff over here. So, let me see y'all when I come from out of here.